Love the Ravens as much as we do? Then smash that subscribe button and stay locked in with Flock News for all the drama, updates, and excitement all season long. The sports world is buzzing tonight as news breaks that Drake Jackson, one of the most talked about defensive stars in recent drafts, has officially signed with the Baltimore Ravens. Fans are already in a frenzy, and social media has practically exploded with reactions ranging from shock to sheer excitement. Jackson's decision to don the purple and black colors has sparked endless speculation about what this could mean for the Ravens' defensive strategy in the upcoming season. Analysts are diving into his previous stats, comparing them to Ravens legends, and imagining how his presence could change the dynamics on the field. The move wasn't entirely expected, leaving many pundits scratching their heads while others claim they saw it coming. The story is not just about the player's abilities, but also the cultural shift in Baltimore's locker room and fan base. Every time Jackson steps onto the field, cameras will flash, jerseys will fly off shelves, and conversations will ignite in sports bars across the country. It's a moment that feels historic, like a seismic shift in the NFL landscape, and every angle is being dissected with an almost obsessive curiosity that refuses to let go. Jackson's signing isn't merely a transaction, it's a statement. The Ravens, known for their strategic drafts and careful acquisitions, are sending a clear message to the league. They're not just playing for survival, they're aiming for dominance. Experts have been poring over every detail of the contract, trying to decipher hidden clauses or incentives that might hint at how Jackson will be utilized. Could he become the cornerstone of a newly aggressive defensive formation? Could he bring a fresh energy that transforms the Ravens' defensive identity entirely? Fans are already drawing parallels. Two legendary defensive duos, imagining Jackson pairing with existing stars to create an unstoppable force. There's even chatter about how his presence might influence the morale and performance of other players, potentially elevating the entire roster. Social media has lit up with highlight reels from Jackson's college and early professional career, as fans eagerly attempt to predict the moments that will define this new era. Conversations around the signing have transcended traditional sports circles, with celebrities, analysts, and casual observers all weighing in, turning a team move into a national spectacle that seems to grow more intense with every passing hour. The excitement surrounding Jackson's arrival goes beyond the field. It's a cultural phenomenon. Baltimore's purple and black identity is about to be amplified in ways that fans can barely contain, and the merchandising machine is already in overdrive. Jerseys bearing his name are rumored to be the fastest selling in franchise history, and local stores are preparing for unprecedented demand. Meanwhile, debates rage online about how his playing style will mesh with existing defensive schemes, with some claiming it's a perfect fit and others warning of potential clashes. Coaches, analysts, and former players are dissecting every second of his previous games, attempting to forecast how his speed, agility, and tactical awareness will translate to the Ravens system. There's a palpable sense of anticipation as fans imagine the opening game of the season, visualizing Jackson making game-changing plays, intimidating opponents, and energizing the crowd with his presence. The narrative around this signing has quickly transformed into something bigger than sports, a story of transformation, strategy, and identity that is capturing attention nationwide, leaving everyone wondering what comes next in this unfolding saga. Even rival teams are feeling the tremors. Reports suggest that defensive coordinators across the league are scrambling to adjust their game plans, factoring in Jackson's versatility and knack for explosive plays. There's speculation that some teams might even reconsider their upcoming draft strategies or free agency moves in response, highlighting just how significant this signing could be. The ripple effect extends beyond the Ravens' immediate roster, influencing broader league dynamics and altering perceptions of power balance. Analysts are already crafting scenarios where Jackson could single-handedly redefine key games, turning potential losses into monumental victories. Meanwhile, fans are dissecting film, debating over forums, and creating endless content predicting his impact, showing just how deeply a single acquisition can penetrate the collective consciousness of the NFL community. The excitement is not limited to the field. It permeates conversations in media, homes, and social spaces, making this signing feel like a defining moment that will be remembered long after the season concludes. Marking a pivotal chapter in Baltimore Ravens history, Jackson's journey to the Ravens has its own dramatic flair. From his college dominance to his early professional career, His path has been filled with moments that showcase both brilliance and resilience. This signing feels like the culmination of years of anticipation and speculation, a story arc that fans and analysts alike have been following with bated breath. Every highlight reel, every game-winning tackle, and every interview now gains new meaning in light of this move. It's not just a player joining a team, it's a narrative being written in real time, one that combines personal ambition with organizational vision. The ripple effect is immense. Young players in Baltimore now have a tangible example of excellence to aspire to, while fans are energized with renewed hope for championship contention. Even casual observers are now tuning in, eager to witness what many are calling the beginning of a legendary chapter in Ravens history, turning a standard signing into a nationwide spectacle that feels both inevitable and utterly shocking. The atmosphere surrounding this move is electric, almost surreal. Social media platforms are filled with memes, commentary, and fan theories, some playful, some serious, all underscoring the magnitude of Jackson's arrival. Speculation runs rampant. Will he start immediately, or gradually integrate into the defensive lineup? Could his presence inspire trades or further acquisitions? There's also intense curiosity about how he will handle media attention, the expectations of a passionate fan base, and the pressure to perform at an elite level. The narrative is building toward what could be a defining season, with every tweet, post, and article adding layers to the story. Experts warn against underestimating the psychological impact of such a high-profile addition, suggesting that team chemistry, locker room dynamics, and fan engagement could all experience significant shifts. In short, this is more than a signing. It's a cultural event, a strategic masterstroke, and a source of endless conversation. One that has left fans, analysts, and rival teams alike on edge, waiting to see how this high-stakes experiment will unfold on the gridiron. Whispers around the league suggest that Jackson's arrival could trigger a domino effect in Baltimore's roster decisions, forcing coaches and management to rethink their defensive alignments, rotations, and even future draft priorities. Analysts are speculating that the Ravens might now pursue complementary players who can maximize Jackson's skill set, creating a defensive front that rivals any in the NFL. Fans are dissecting every angle, from potential schemes to micro-adjustments in play calling, imagining a scenario where Jackson's speed and aggression become the catalyst for a dominant season. Conversations online are rife with theories about matchups against top-tier offenses, with debates about how opposing quarterbacks will handle a player capable of shifting momentum in a single snap. The chatter extends beyond football mechanics. People are speculating about leadership dynamics, locker room chemistry, and the cultural imprint Jackson might leave on Baltimore. Some even suggest his presence could inspire a new wave of Ravens branding, marketing, and fan engagement strategies, turning a sports acquisition into a full-blown cultural phenomenon. Every interview, tweet, and press conference now carries heightened scrutiny, as fans and experts alike attempt to decode intentions, strategies, and potential outcomes. Making this more than just a player signing, it's the ignition of a story that could define a generation of Ravens football. The excitement doesn't stop with the team or its immediate fan base. Nationally, Jackson's move has sparked intense speculation about playoff implications, divisional rivalries, and long-term franchise trajectories. Pundits are imagining scenarios where the Ravens' new defensive powerhouse directly alters outcomes of high-profile games, potentially reshaping playoff brackets and championship narratives. Rumors swirl about how rival teams may respond, with whispers of counter-strategies, defensive adjustments, and even preemptive trades to mitigate Jackson's influence. The media frenzy amplifies every subtle development. His workouts, interviews, and community appearances are dissected for clues about his mentality, preparation, and potential on-field dominance. Social media users are creating detailed analyses, highlight compilations, and predictive simulations, transforming Jackson's signing into a participatory event where fans feel like active contributors to the unfolding saga. Even casual followers are suddenly drawn into debates about defensive philosophy, player fit, and the intangible elements that make certain athletes transformative. This ripple effect emphasizes the magnitude of Jackson's arrival, turning a single transaction into a multi-layered conversation that transcends standard sports commentary and immerses the entire football community in speculation, excitement, and anticipation. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. The ripple extends into the psyche of the team itself, where coaches and players are reportedly adjusting strategies, building plays specifically tailored to Jackson's unique strengths. Insider whispers hint at heated discussions in meetings, where veterans and rookies alike speculate on how this new defensive star will change their roles, responsibilities, and even their daily routines. Analysts have noted that the Ravens' defensive philosophy could undergo subtle yet impactful transformations with an emphasis on flexibility, speed, and aggressive pressure. Fans are equally absorbed in this evolution, imagining scenarios in which Jackson's presence intimidates opponents, forces errors, and shifts the momentum of critical games. Online forums are overflowing with detailed breakdowns, highlighting not only Jackson's past performances, but also projecting future outcomes based on minute tendencies, speed bursts, and positional awareness. Some commentators suggest that Jackson's influence could extend beyond measurable stats, instilling confidence in younger teammates and fostering a competitive, high-energy environment that radiates across the league. The narrative now encompasses both tangible football analysis and speculative storytelling, creating a buzz that makes every Ravens game feel like an unfolding chapter in a high-stakes, league-wide drama centered around a single transformative player. Speculation has even reached the realm of marketing, as analysts predict that Jackson's signature merchandise could rival those of historically iconic Ravens players. Jerseys, memorabilia, and exclusive fan experiences are already rumored to be in high demand, reflecting the broader cultural impact of this signing. Social media platforms are filled with trending hashtags, reactions, and memes, as fans creatively express their excitement, humor, and awe at the news. The narrative surrounding Jackson has transcended sports alone, touching on lifestyle, fashion, and fandom in ways that few signings ever achieve. Even casual observers who might not follow football closely are drawn into the conversation, intrigued by the combination of talent, charisma, and the symbolic weight of the purple and black jersey. Pundits note that this heightened visibility could benefit the Ravens beyond performance metrics, influencing ticket sales, local engagement, and nationwide fan acquisition. Every development, from preseason workouts to press interactions, is now filtered through a lens of expectation, anticipation, and speculation. In effect, Jackson's arrival has transformed the Ravens' ecosystem, blending athletic performance with cultural resonance, and turning the simplest of transactions into an expansive, multi-dimensional narrative that continues to evolve with every passing day. Amid all the speculation, some voices caution that the hype should be tempered with reality. While Jackson's talent is undeniable, the NFL is notoriously unpredictable, and integrating a high-profile player into a complex defensive scheme carries inherent challenges. Coaches, players, and management are aware of these nuances, carefully managing expectations while leveraging Jackson's skill set to the fullest. Fans, however, are swept up in the whirlwind, imagining dramatic sacks, game-altering interceptions, and defining moments that could elevate the Ravens' season to legendary status. Analysts break down every detail of Jackson's previous performances, looking for patterns that might indicate adaptability, resilience under pressure, and leadership potential. The discourse now blends meticulous analysis with imaginative storytelling, creating a landscape where speculation and prediction coexist seamlessly. Rival teams, meanwhile, are reportedly studying Jackson's tendencies with intense focus, trying to preemptively strategize against his anticipated impact. In this environment, every practice, interview, and preseason matchup becomes a point of discussion, magnifying the significance of Jackson's move in transforming an individual signing into a nationwide, league-wide spectacle that seems to grow more intense and multifaceted with each passing day. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.